Okay, I'm recording. Yeah, we're talking about Marth Puff. Let me stream. Uh, okay, so first thing first is like you should watch this video. Um, I don't know if I've seen it before, but I like watched it earlier today.
Oh, I watched this video when it first came out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He talks about a lot of like basics, and it's good to just kind of have that strong like what do you call it like base game plan to like default to. It's like all right, end of the day, I'm at 0. I'm not worried about pound. She's gonna just try to hit me with an attack. From 10 to 50, you worry about pound and you just kind of play your game. I think in general, he's trying to keep center stage too. Um, so stuff like that is really important. So yeah, definitely watch that. Um, oh yeah, so yeah, what are the basics in the matchup? So um, I could talk about like the whole crouch rest thing first, I guess. So like if Puff is crouching, Marth can always grab by like doing a dash grab, but you have to do it pretty deep into her. Like you're basically grabbing with your butt. Uh, so now that loses, however, if the Puff ever reads it with the spot dodge or wave dashes. A lot of the wave dash animation is completely ungrabbable. Uh, so what else is there? You should have like pivot kills down from like 55 to like 90 roughly, and then there's a combo you can do at like 130 to 150% that is also a guaranteed kill. You like throw her and you do a run cancel F smash. That covers basically every DI except for super up. And so if she's DIing really far up, you can just react to that. And instead of doing the forward smash, you do a full hop rising up air. And that tippers and it kills on every stage except for Dreamland. Uh, so knowing your kill stuff is pretty important. Uh, what other like basics do I know about the matchup? I mean, when you're at low percent, they're fishing for a kill. Is kind of how I framed it before. They're looking to like get close and up tilt you or up air into a rest. So you want to keep them out, and if they're really close, make sure you like light shield, just roll away, or like wave dash out. The way Zane puts it is probably a little more articulate, so definitely watch that video. He's like, yeah, look out for side Bs and don't get in that scrap zone where she could like falling up air you. I remember this happened to me against Haunter where I got kind of under him on a side platform and something happened. He was close up and did like a falling up air. I just died, right? So you don't want it to be that easy for them. Um, so I do a lot of aerials and stuff. If she's grounded, you can always down tilt to rack up percent. Um, that's kind of it. As far as I know. There's a couple other like things like if she's recovering, like basically she'll have to drift and go to the ledge, right? If you run up and side B, that catches her a lot of times, and especially because she's holding in to get to the ledge or on stage. Then you can side B up tilt pretty consistently. So that's one thing I need to work on a lot. I haven't really implemented it as much as I'd like to. Um, yeah, I guess any questions on that stuff?
I don't have any questions much on that stuff. The big question I have on this matchup is how the hell do you deal with Puff Drill?
Puff drill. Good question. So Zane was saying it's around like I forget what percent, like 80%, maybe 80 to like 120 that she's gonna start drilling you. So that's a good time to look out for it.
He
Um,
was doing it way earlier.
what percent do you think Dee was drilling you at?
He like starting around 40, I think most of the time.
40.
You'll see it when we watch the game.
Okay. Um, I see. So this is something we can both get better at. At low percents, drill does less hit stun. So if you're drilled at 10%, for example, you could dash before she can grab you. So there's no follow up. You can, at the very least, you can always roll and spot dodge, right? You can just buffer that. But if you want to be like extra good at the matchup, you would like dash there, and maybe she whiffs her grab, and you grab her on reaction to that, right? Um, so there's that. How do you beat drill? I mean, if you feel like they're gonna start drilling a lot, if you just have a nair out or a fair, that should beat it every time, basically.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Or like side B, jab, F tilt, all those should work fine too. Um, Anything else?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Guess it'll just be things that come up in the game then.
Yeah. Okay. Yoshi's. I also started on Yoshi's versus him.
Yeah, he struck me there. It was weird.
Okay. So he's in already, right? He's winning by a lot. Um, one thing like player tendency wise. So when you're like sharking slash like juggling Puff, she's like using her jumps. You should count her jumps. This is I need to be much better, more disciplined about that. Count her jumps while she's like in the air and like doing back airs and shit, and you don't know exactly when she's gonna come down. But if you're actually counting her jumps, it becomes significantly easier, right? So I mentioned that because I think a player habit that Didi has is that he almost always will like go from that like defensive kind of position of like juking to like just going straight at you with like a nair, and he gets a lot of his approaches like that. So when I play against him, I try to remind myself of that, and in that spot where like he could, if he was feeling cheeky, go for like that nair to come in, I have a hitbox out, and he usually does. Um, so
Good
yeah,
to know.
um, it just the way he did this nair kind of reminded me of it. What do you do about this nair? I mean, you could, in general, I guess you just want to wall against things like this. So her neutral air is negatively disjointed, they say. It's like her hurt box is much bigger than her hit boxes. So if you have like any hitbox out, it should be beating this attack. But okay, so according to the Zane lesson, he says they're gonna go for some hit, and then pound is on the table and like up till rest and stuff. So now is when okay, at least here you're looking for like up tilt or something, right? Oh, he just grabbed you. Oh, also, you should probably be light shielding. So if he just up tilted here, you're probably dead. Do you
Would it
see
have
that?
poked?
Oh, what's up, Kostas?
Yeah.
Um, but do you see how up tilt is really? It would get you here.
It would have poked.
It probably would poke. So you should light shield.
So broken.
Yeah, it scoops, so
Yeah.
right under the shield.
Oh yeah, Kostas. Just to since you play Puff, I'll catch you up to speed real quick. So I was explaining how. So versus Marth grab, if you're just crouching as Puff, you get dash grabbed every time. That's consistent. But
Uh,
the counterplay is if you read that, you can spot dodge or wave dash. Wave dash
yeah.
is completely, or most of the wave dash animation is completely ungrabbable. So wave dashing is pretty good against the dash grab
Pancake.
attempts. Um, but check out the VOD later if you want to see what else we were talking about earlier. But
Yeah.
what happened? Okay, yeah, he up threw you. Okay, so he's going for juggle stuff. Down air, that's fine. He grabs you. Yeah, so down throw.
I probably should have dashed away after the dare.
Yeah, probably. Instead of shielding is what you did, right? I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. Here's another way to frame it for yourself, because I would see myself shielding the same kind of spot. Um, even if you get hit by F smash, which I would say is worst case scenario, you're fine, right? Because you're only at 30%. So there's
Yeah.
basically no reason for you to shield there. So yeah, make sure you dash. Um, let's say okay, the down throw I just remembered from the Zane lesson. If you're close to a platform, Marths get down throw rested. Or they land on the platform, then they get rested, and that feels bad. But apparently, Marth can just like double jump out of it most of the time. So I need to keep that one in mind. If you didn't fast fall, you probably could have hit this up air. Or did a double jump up air. Okay. I will report back with what to do when Puff is on a platform, because I don't actually know. I kind of just give it to her. Because okay,
I
here,
noticed here.
yeah,
I realized he was angling his shield away, so I'm like, I can just fair him.
yeah,
I
that's
can
true.
just hit him.
And like if their shield's a little low, you can threaten with like a shield breaker, and that's pretty high reward. But in general, they'll be like crouching, and like you never know exactly when they're gonna like shield drop with the back air or something. So it's it's a kind of scary spot as Marth. If you play outside of the back air, the shield drop back air range, then you can come back in with like potential grab if you think they're gonna crouch after her landing. One big thing, probably in all matchups, but especially against Puff, you want to take note of like what they do when they land. If the Puff is shielding every time they land, right? Okay, you could grab that. If she's crouching, you have to dash grab that, but that's fine too. Um, but maybe they full hop every time after they land because they want to be airborne again. Then maybe you need to like forward smash or like fair at them after they're landing. Um, so keeping track of what they do after they land is like really important. That's something I failed at today. I was not really paying attention to those things.
Now you're gonna see the dumbest kill you've ever seen in your life.
It's not that bad.
It's a tipper.
It's a tipper. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing,
You're just trying to drift back in.
but he wasn't even facing the ledge.
Well, I mean, you can grab a Sing facing away.
Yeah.
Those back airs are fucking hilarious.
Okay, let's see if you can recover against her. Not really. So Puff's default edge guard is to do this kind of like fair. He's doing it a little differently. I wonder what the nuance.
He's not doing
is.
the invincible one. You're supposed to be doing it in invincible fair, but sometimes people just do it not realizing it's supposed to be invincible.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever read her doing this fair edge guard, you can just up B directly to ledge. I want to say your default should be you should be ready to up B. I think you can even do it on a reaction. You see her go for that fair, and you just up B and try to snap to ledge as soon as possible. If that's not true, you can do it as a read too, and that's okay.
Makes sense. I think I accidentally tap jumped when I upbeat though.
Oh, I see. So you didn't get to ledge. Maybe I could see that. You should probably just rest you. You should definitely not down throw you here. Okay, Puff's up air is pretty good. Wow.
This is hilarious.
Snaring you. So I wonder if so maybe because you see Puff enter that space a little bit above, a little bit higher. Maybe you should fair instead.
Probably. Yeah, definitely.
Nair is generally better at those lower percents. So you can get a ton more off of it. Okay, your ledge dash looked like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the issue is like you're like dropping from ledge. It's like you can count how many frames you drop from ledge. Like, okay, let's count it. Not to make fun of you, but you know, just so you internalize where your issue is with the ledge dash. I was just talking to someone else about how to ledge dash better with Marth. There's like 3
Yeah,
inputs to a ledge dash. So when you drop from
Not gonna
ledge,
lie.
huh?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Yoshi's specifically makes ledge dashes harder for Marth.
I think it's easier actually. Or
I
like you
think
can get a lot
for,
more
like,
distance or
CCs and
something.
stuff like that, it's usually easier, but for some reason I just struggle with it more with Marth. Maybe it's because I'm used to ledge dashing on the stages without the slope more.
Yeah, it's just kind of different too. So, but yeah, it's like so. There's like 3 inputs to a ledge dash: when you let go of ledge, when you double jump, and where you air dodge. So as long as you like kind of pinpoint where you're messing that up, then you'll get better at ledge dashing. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames until you double jump, right? And it should be a thing where the moment you let go of ledge, you're double jumping as well. So it's really important to have like a good ledge dash against Puff because when Puff is like this is one of her power positions, right? Where
She can just do that.
more or less, you know, she's just back airing you here. Not to trivialize it, there is some nuance, but yeah, you get back here, right? So alternatively, you can do like an early fair, a late fair. You could also like ledge hop counter sometimes they get really into just back airing there, so counter works against that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he did the back air on reaction to my crappy ledge dash though.
I don't
Well,
think
to
people can
the
do
attempt
that,
at ledge
or
dash.
I don't think he could have done that here. It's like, okay, think about like how difficult that would be, right? Or
Yeah,
how
I
impossible.
realize that.
Because like that's a 7 frame difference to recognize if it was a good or bad way ledge dash, right? He just Puff is here, they back air. It's really that simple in this situation.
Giving DD too much credit.
Yeah, like no one can do that. So.
Getting lucky out here, baby.
Oh.
I hate that forward.
Yeah.
That forward smash is disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. So always think about like risk reward when you're like analyzing your sets, right? So it's like even if this tippers, okay, maybe it kills just for Jigglypuff.
I've definitely killed Jigglypuff at sub 30% on Yoshi's with a tipper on bad DI.
It's like you have to pray that it tippers A. You have to pray that they DI poorly, and DD's like pretty good, right? So I don't need to go further on that. But that is smash.
Like I said, after I killed him at freaking 40, I got
Yeah,
a
like
little
maybe
too
I
comfy.
do it again.
I definitely got way too comfy.
Punishing Pound kind of annoying. Pound is so good in general. So according to the
I
Zane
hate
video, the Puff shouldn't even be pounding at this percent because I guess it doesn't knock down. So maybe you didn't even need to shield. Anyways, I guess you have to like down or out of shield. Ideally you nair, but I don't think nair would have hit.
I love that grab.
It was almost good. I think he didn't space it well. Okay, so he up tilted.
Oh my god. Puff looks so stupid up tilting.
I think you're too far away, but it worked out. Like it was deep enough, maybe that it was fine. But I would try to do it a little bit deeper.
It was definitely the forward grab box. It wasn't like the body grab box that you want to get.
Yeah, and that at that point it's like dependent on Puff's idle animation or idle crouch animation. So.
It worked out though.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
So a little bit
Lucky.
deeper. I think you acted out of your forward throw really slowly.
Yeah, I probably definitely did.
Yeah, it's like you can even see Marth
I
standing.
think it was a little laggy too.
Oh, your connection with him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So Gallon started streaming like in the middle of my TMT run.
Bummer.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, I've probably talked to you about it before, but Marth's throws are weight dependent, right? So you can act way sooner out of a forward throw or down throw, so it's worth practicing just that alone. Because there's definitely a follow-up here. It's not regrab, I guess. Even if you had acted like frame perfect, maybe you could grab. But you could definitely like fair or like dash attack.
Grab is so gross.
Yeah. I prefer like aerials to grab there, because you have to keep hoping that they DI wrong, or they guess you're 50-50 wrong.
For so many really lazy F smashes.
You said DD is good?
I think he's good, yeah.
DD's good.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I think he's been ranked in SoCal, and he's like always really like around that level.
Yeah, I think he's started to fall off recently, but I think he's still really good.
Yeah. Okay, I would not shield grab this, because if they do their back air just a little bit lower, they crouch and you're dead, right? So
yeah.
I really try to stay away from shield grabbing against Puff. That said, if they do a back air that's like this deep, like back air I think has like 10 frames of landing lag, so it's definitely very shield grabbable, but shouldn't be something you're like defaulting to at all.
I definitely needed a pivot tip for that.
Yep. And there's why you shouldn't shield grab.
He just starts drilling me, dude. Oh.
Yeah. See, it's like it's not that bad, right? Because you're at a low percent. Again, if you're at a higher percent, she can combo off of this, but he's just kind of like doing it to get percent, I guess.
Yeah, because that was a rest for sure.
It's fairly
this is what DSK does to me too. He just drills me over and over again to build percent.
Yeah.
Or if they drill you and they get the weird tumble animation where you like fall over into Puff, they can rest it.
I think even then it has to be a little bit higher percent, but I could be wrong. Rest is
I
frame
feel like
bonus.
it bait shield grab too, since he was like shield grab the earlier bear.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of Marth shield grab after drill.
Yeah, probably. As long as you're crouching, or in this case, Didi was like getting like behind you, which is a pretty good position to be in.
Yeah, and I missed the short hop
Yeah.
on the dare.
Seems fine to like pressure with that as Puff, but yeah, it's you see it's like not too scary at these lower percents. If he's doing
Yeah.
it in neutral, you can like just spare it or something.
You remember like 3 months ago or something like that when I randomly DM'd you? I was like, how the fuck do you deal with puff drill? It was because of DSK doing the same shit to me.
I see. Yeah, I forgot about that, but yeah. Does that make sense though? Do you know how to deal with drill,
Um,
or do you still have questions about it?
kind of. I think I just need to like actually put it into practice.
Hmm. Yeah. You can like, again, I would light shield. That Zane talks about this interaction specifically in the video. He tells husband to just light shield it every time, and then you can like wave dash afterwards.
Yeah, it can't shield poke if you light shield too,
Right.
which I think is the most annoying thing about it.
Yeah, that's probably where you're having issues with it.
Another lazy F smash.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a good fair though.
The fair is fine, yeah. It would be good if you could like after the fair you dash right after it. Then you'll open up a lot more combo opportunities if your tech skill is clean like that.
Putting me on blast.
Yeah, up tilt's a little dangerous because he could have like shield drop punished you. Not to say you should never up tilt in that spot. Yeah, so you're at. I guess dare is not like a consistent punish against it.
No.
It could work if he had gone for another drill, but yeah, him shielding definitely wins there. Drill again. Again.
This is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh. And now it starts comboing into grab, or pretty close to it at least. Randall?
That was good.
Randall failed me.
But yeah, you want to. The other thing you can do is like, if you had. You're like, I would say too close to the stage here. Look at how, like. So you don't want to be this close to the wall, to the ledge, because you take away your option to poke Jigglypuff with the up B. See, like here, you could, if you were much further away, we see where my mouse is, like over here with your recovery, then you can up B immediately in such a manner that you would poke the Jigglypuff. And she's at like 100, she gets sent hella far, and it's actually pretty good damage against her too. But yeah, you shouldn't get edge guarded by that too much. I'll kind of say it like that. But I mean, with more practice, you'll kind of recognize the situation more.
Dude, all of my decisions look way worse than half speed.
That happens. Okay, tipper down smash. See, if you just down smash in that same slot, it would have killed.
Does it tipper from that distance?
It's like, I think it would have. It was pretty close to it.
I think I remember thinking about down smashing, and I was like, that doesn't look like tipper.
Mm-hmm. Well, if down smash isn't at tipper range, forward smash is definitely not at tipper range, right?
Yeah, but isn't non-tipper F smash stronger than non-tipper down smash?
Maybe. Maybe. So I think there's this like preconceived, this like old notion with that Marth mains have had that tipper, like down smash is like too hard to tipper, and F smash is like more consistent. I think that's just like us being stuck in our old ways. Like down smash is like freaking 13 frames faster. It's probably easier to tipper down smashes than forward smashes. I don't know how big the tipper hitboxes are compared to each other, but
I am a down smash believer, Umar.
Good, yeah. It's hella
You
good.
don't, you don't have to sell down smash to me.
Yeah. You know, turnaround up tilt might have just killed too. Especially if you tippered it, then I'm 90% sure it killed. Alright, I don't think that DI is bad.
Yeah, I DI'd the
Forward smash is a
the
kill?
smash. No, it doesn't.
Okay, fair grabbed him because he was like shield grabbing or something.
I thought it was gonna, but then it didn't.
Yeah.
That was amazing DI.
Yeah, you're a little off on that. But also the fact that he jumped made it so like your grab probably would have not worked as well. It's like, what should you do instead? I don't really know.
Forward smash.
You could, yeah. Forward smash would have beat that. Yeah, maybe like a nair. Not sure.
Really bad nair.
Up B. Oh shoot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a good ledge grab by him. But if you maybe like fast fell a bit sooner or did your up B a little bit differently, you could have like poked him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I played too terribly, especially considering it's DD.
Yeah.
But definitely a lot of things I need to work on for the matchup.
Yeah. There's so few interactions here that it's hard to really learn
Yeah,
too
I
much
mean,
more off of it. But
I took him back to Yoshi's for the second game, and it was a very similar game.
oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I guess yeah. Any other questions on it? Again, I don't know.
Oh my god, dude, Melee is so fast.
It is. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I have to learn on the
After
matchup.
watching it in half speed.
Hopefully, after watching some more Kadoran and Zane stuff, I will have more things to talk about with this matchup. But that's kind of all I know, honestly. It's like not that much. This matchup has been such like a comfort matchup for me for so long because I only played against Jigglypuffs for like the first 2 years of me playing Melee. So I enjoy the matchup. There's a lot more I can work on.
Yeah. I thought that my Marth was like better versus floaties than any of my other characters, which is part of what made me switch to Marth.
Yeah,
Whatever
he
happened to
does
that
really
San
well.
Jose Puff?
What's
Sorry,
that?
what?
Remember that Puff you teamed with at AFK?
Me? Yeah, his tag was
Yeah,
C4D or something, right?
No, it's
What's
I
his
think
it
I-
had bear in
I
it.
think
it was another one.
What was his
Grizzly bear?
Grizzly bear.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
I don't
boy.
know where he went. That's crazy.
Yeah, that guy disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
never
him.
met him.
I saw
I
him in
enjoy
Guild
talking to him.
House. And
you
then
did?
like
That's
I just
the first.
haven't seen him.
I think he told me he was like starting a new job, so that's he started to be inactive after, and then he just I don't know. I'll ask him. He'll be around, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no. If you started a new job, I understand. That's kind of like what I'm going
That's a
through.
good life decision.
That's what I'm going
Yeah,
through
it's
too.
like new job, girlfriend, just kind of takes up a lot of time. All that.
Of course.
Both of these things are recent issues in my life. Getting in the way of Melee.
Issues.
Don't worry, they're good issues because they make you improve at melee somehow. It's weird.
Sometimes.
My job is not making me improve at Melee. Not at all.
Then that means you're doing it wrong.
Any other questions from anyone about like the matchup, things that you think you struggle with, or you just have no idea how to beat certain option?
I got a question about recovery. So you're saying like going far away from stage and up being is good because you can poke Puff. As Puff, like what's a good way to deal with early up B? Because I feel like early up B always clips me.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Early uppy.
Let me think.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically like, again, that's not the best example, but
I don't know if there's an example in this set, but like just in general, like the kind of
yeah, I'm
I guess
not.
Costas, if you have an answer as well, that'd be useful.
Well, I mean, in that situation we just saw, you're already on ledge, right? So it's like early up B, you're on ledge, he lands in a different space, or is it like early up B, it hits you, or you're trying to avoid the first hit because you'll be on ledge? It's like it's kind of a weird Schrodinger edge guard in a way.
I think
It's-
like early up B when he has the mix up of either side B stalling or doing early up B and also has double jump. Like I think if it's like
Oh my
you
god,
know
you cracked. How do we?
it's
use
all
it?
about the timing. So it's weird. Like you said, there's always different like mix-ups that they do while they're underneath the stage. Like here, I mean,
Yeah,
if he still had
exactly.
double jump, it would be a little bit more ambiguous, right? But
I do
since you
still have my
see,
double jump.
yeah, so exactly. So in this situation, he dies, right? If we could play it real quick.
In this situation, yeah, but so Rebel is saying like if the Marth did what I suggested, which is like be further out where my mouse is, then you have a lot more options such that you can snap to ledge really quick with the like curled up B, or you poke the puff with your up B. Those are two like pretty consistent ways to avoid getting edge guarded as Marth here.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, yeah, what does Puff do instead? I'm not
Well,
sure.
that's the thing. It's very ambiguous. So, like, we see here, he did the correct thing of refreshing the ledge invincibility, but when Marth is, like, in that certain spot, there's no way to tell 100% how you're going to successfully edgeguard this person. So it's more of, I don't know, ledge play, I would say.
I think the best option for Puff is to try to force Marth on stage.
Yeah, but like he kind of can't do that here. That's kind of the issue, right? So
Yeah.
he's losing that option by doing this fair. I want to say you. Okay, so another general edge
Process
guard.
also,
Anyone
What?
want to play teams with me against ghouls and
No
Hey,
doubles
be
for
quiet.
you, Joe.
Be quiet. We're
Screw
doing
you.
something important.
There's always time for doubles, Umar.
No, I'm
so
good, thanks.
Process
You
was saying,
fucking liar. This is heinous. Heresy.
Oh, I just tried to server mute him.
Yeah, I was about to
For some
kick him.
reason.
Thought it'd be funny.
so Process was saying there's a way to do this fair invincible also.
I think this is the case that he did it. This one was like a successful one.
I don't
Which-
think the whole thing is invincible.
Not the whole
Yeah.
thing, but it's like the same like idea of it that he did it like the correct way.
Yeah, the beginning
this-
at least is definitely invincible.
this fair refresh is like what HBox traditionally does, but I feel like it loses to like up B, like early up B.
Yeah.
Because you're not like right, here like Frozen. This is definitely not invincible at all. Like you're gonna get
Yeah, I think
beat out if you're
invincible,
like
So,
and yeah, you're not invincible at this point.
so Puff is still invincible to like a few frames before this, right?
I think she's invincible here, maybe.
Yeah, so wouldn't early up B not hit Puff?
no. I'm saying if you were further away from the stage, like if you were further away, like did a side B stall. Actually, I don't know if you would need a side B stall, but like I can't really can't really point to where it is, but like
you're kind of here.
kind of yeah, basically right there, like side B stalled and then up B when like I don't know, like 10 frames after this basically, then I feel like you would have got him back, and I don't know what DD should have done to cover that potential option.
Yeah. So one suggestion I have, it's because I'm not sure like if there's a better way to do the fair or if there's some weird jump back side B edge guard you could do. I'm not sure. What I am more confident with is like instead of doing this fair, you could go for a different edge guard. And the one that I
CPU
suggest.
0 and ask him.
What?
I said I could hit up CPU 0 for you and ask him.
Okay, yeah, maybe he knows.
I feel like Umar not being a Puff main.
Yeah, I just got to get it better, and then
Yeah.
people will listen to me. I don't know.
But yeah, like I was saying, there's a different edge guard you can go for that is, I think, pretty universal against Marth, where instead of doing the fair, you can do a normal getup. And from the normal getup, then you can either, I don't know if you can like down smash to like beat CC down smash versus his up B. But after doing a normal getup, you could definitely like wave dash back to stage. Something Unable Table has done to me before is like he gets in that position and he does a wave dash that kind of makes it look like he's going to go to ledge, but instead he stays on stage or a little bit deeper, and then that kind of baits me to do an early up B, so I go on the stage, and then he can forward smash that. So by doing that, kind of being in that position and wave dashing, you're kind of baiting the Marth to do an early up B. So that's something you could do. And then
Okay.
alternatively, you could just wave dash or just jump to ledge as well. Those are all things you could do from there.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense because it's kind of the same thing as doing the fair refresh, except like you're going on stage instead of off stage, so you can't get hit by the early up B. Also, guess like you mentioned side B. I now that I think about it, definitely like I've seen like pounding Marth against the like wall
Yeah.
is a pretty common edge guard, and then like
Marth
if
sends them
they
away.
tech, then you can kill them. So
Yeah. So I was just thinking about it some more. So perhaps like the decision making for when to go for which edge guard between the two we talked about, the fair versus normal getup, is where Marth is. So if Marth is like way away from the stage horizontally, then perhaps that's a good sign to do a normal getup edge guard, because you wouldn't want to get hit by like up Bs here. And then he can't really up B you if he's that far away, if you're normal get upping here. So then you can do that whole forward smash versus wave dash versus grab ledge thing I was talking about. And then alternatively, if Marth has drifted like this close to the stage, then that's a good cue to go for a fair regrab.
okay.
That's my suggestion, at least. Yeah.
And then, what does he do after I land on stage? He drills me, right?
As Marth, you basically never want to land on stage. You're just dead, basically, if you do. So,
Dives me in this specific situation.
like what Puff would do.
What did DD do?
I think you didn't get on stage here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the other one.
The other one, it was like the beginning of the game. You had just taken that first stock, and then he gets an edge guard very soon after. It was around here. Wait. Yeah, it was right
Yeah,
here.
he just drilled me.
Yeah, he
So
could have
something I
done a couple.
remember seeing Hbox do is if I land on stage right here, he can just sing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
sing refresh and then
That's the easiest
forward
rest
smash.
ever.
Yeah.
You could also rest. Yeah.
Yeah, or rest. Yeah.
My thought process with the sing is then he can just like full charge F smash me and I'm dead and he doesn't take a punish for it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be better. Anything else you guys want to ask about?
Not that I can think of for this matchup. How to be less bad?
Can't help you there. Just kidding. Yeah. Okay, I'll just stop recording then.